Hey guys, it's Danny. Today I thought I will take you along in repotting this orchid. I will talk to you about her history, what she taught me. This is one of those very special orchids to me. I know that's not grammatically correct, but I'm trying to make a point. So I know the vast majority of you guys will have no idea what I'm talking about because this was back in the day when I had 200 subscribers or something of the sort, 6 years ago, maybe 50 subscribers. This is LECA Donald Holiday Smile Eri. Does the Smile Eri tell you anything? I talked about her, I don't know, I think recently. Every year I talk about her. I'll share with you down below a video that I made a few years ago talking about my only orchid regrets. She is actually the top one that I regretted losing. But out of every bad situation, there is a good thing to be learned. At least this is how I like to see things. So I do want to tell you about her history, repot her. So that said, let's just start. Let's find out who the Smile Eri is. Well, back in the day, again, when I was purchasing discounted orchids and trying to learn how to make them healthy again, one of the orchids that I purchased simply by mistake was a beautiful Beallara/Beallara, what I thought it was back in the day, the Beallara Smile Eri. Now that particular orchid had a few blooms, although she was in very poor shape, and you will see images on the screen, and please excuse the quality. It was back in the day when I was filming with my iPhone 4, so the quality is just horrible. Anyway, this particular one still had flowers on it, and I just fell in love with those flowers. It was the first Beallara which made me just fall in love with the entire Intergenerics family. I loved her very elegant, very fluffy flowers, even though they were not super fresh. And furthermore, they had a aphid infestation. But I could see through all of this damage and all of this stress that she was an incredible looking orchid. And I loved it. I flipped. And I cared for it so very much. But since I was a beginner with orchids, of course, I needed to mess up with a few things. And sadly, this was amongst the first orchids that I actually had, so I messed up a lot with her. And to get to the end of the story, I lost her. And ever since then, I have never ever seen this orchid for sale in flower shops, in garden centers, in orchid nurseries, nothing. It's more popular, let's say, in the USA, but I don't really have access to the USA until recently. And actually this particular orchid is brought to me by my friend from the USA. This is from Marlowe Orchids. So there we have it. Didn't order this myself. I do have a video talking about the problem with ordering orchids from other continents. Check it down below if you are not exactly sure what I'm talking about. But finally, this is what it took to finally have this orchid again. Anyway, ever since then, I really regretted not doing at least what I thought best with this orchid, because one of the major things that I messed up with it was not my idea actually. And even though it's still my fault because I chose to listen to that advice, I just regretted it so much. And who knows, maybe the outcome would have been the same if I did what I thought best. That's a very big possibility. It's been a long time since then. But what if it wasn't? Anyway. So let's just start the repotting and I'll tell you more along the video. So I was telling you that the orchid already had some blooms, and those blooms had aphids. Well, you wouldn't believe it, but I was never a very good plant grower. I mean, as a kid, I did have some cacti, but cacti are just like, oh, you forgot to water? That's okay, you can water next week, and pretty much everything is okay. So I don't think growing a few cacti when I was 8 years old qualifies me in any way to know anything about plants. So of course, I've never used insecticides. I never actually had bugs on my plants because I didn't really have plants. So when I saw bugs on my plant, I didn't even know what they were. I called my mom and I told her, you know what, I have some bugs on my plant, what can I do? And she said, what type of bugs? I don't know. There's just some bugs. What can I do? And she gave me some insecticide that she was using. And I actually have a video on this. Check it down below in the description. Oh wow. Very old videos. I was very cringy. Don't get scared. So the insecticide she gave me was Mospilan, which is a very good insecticide actually, and milder than many, but it's still an insecticide. So I got the envelope. I started to read the instructions. and I got a little horrified. You know how everybody has their own little fears, their own little quirks? I have nothing against spiders, for example. In the past days, you might have noticed that big spider on the Violacea hybrid. Yeah, I didn't notice it, but afterwards I did, and I just put it outside. I didn't freak out. So I'm good with spiders, but what I'm not very good with are substances which are potentially toxic. I know, it's really weird. So I overprotect myself and everybody around. And you might know I don't like to use fungicides, insecticides. Well, it wasn't always like this. I didn't know that I didn't like to use them, but the Smile Eri told me that I really didn't like using them. So I got my Mospilan, my insecticide. I prepared it in a spray bottle. And then I thought, okay, where do I spray this orchid? What do I do? Because I had the balcony connected to the house, and in the house I had birds. So one, I did not want to put my bird's life in danger, and second, I didn't want to put my life in danger because all of those instructions and warnings were just horrifying. So I thought, well, alrighty, I'm gonna get suited up, and I was close to wearing the hazmat suit. I'm not even joking. I was wearing an old hoodie which had holes, and I threw it afterwards. I wore kitchen gloves which were up to here, and I went in front of my block. And there I thought, well, what about the environment? How do I do this? And in the end, you know, I bit the bullet and I sprayed the orchid, but outside. And afterwards, I told myself that I'm never gonna do that again because I had this irrational, I don't know, horror of the insecticide. I still made that video. I pretended that I was super okay with it because I knew gardeners were using insecticides all the time and they were fine. So I didn't want to tell you the horrors that I've been through just trying to spray my orchid with an insecticide, which is funny and quite silly thinking about it now. But that's how it was for me. It's, I don't know, it's an irrational fear. Yeah, so the first thing that the Smile Eri taught me was that I really don't like playing around with insecticides and fungicides and everything that has all sorts of warnings on the label. And even though even medicine has side effects and things of the sorts, I'm not all that, you know, careful. I mean, I have a limit. You can imagine insecticides and fungicides, how they sound when you read the label. If I'm okay with medicine and things of the sorts, but I'm not okay with those. But hey, I did my video, I sounded confident, nobody needed to know the horrors I've been through. So as a result of me being horrified by insecticides and things of the sorts, I found other ways to deal with pests. As it turns out, aphids are really easy to get rid of. Links down below in the description. Mites, again, I have no more mites issues. Down below in the description again, a link to my homemade non-toxic insecticide. So in the end, it kind of all started with the Smile Eri. Now, afterwards, as I was saying, the orchid needed some root promotion. It didn't really have roots. It looked in pretty horrible shape. And back then, I was part of this orchid forum that we had in my country. And I have to say, I've never been a fan of forums, even though I was an admin of a forum for many years in my childhood, kinda, or teenagehood, let's call it like that. I am not a fan of forums. So back then the trend was not to rinse root systems at the sink or spray anything because there are these super good beneficial bacteria and microorganisms that you need to transfer from the old medium to the new medium because otherwise the orchid will not be happy and it will die off pretty much. So I call it a trend because with all of these years in which I took care of orchids, I read and I watched so many videos which were telling something that I knew about for a lot of time, and I knew why the technique was abandoned at some point. But you know how trends get rehashed and people say, you know what, maybe we should use something that 20 years ago was the norm. Because the new ways, maybe they're just too commercial or things of the sorts, which sometimes it can apply, but many times there's a reason why we don't do what we did 20 years ago. And that reason can be it's useless, it has been proven not to work, or it's downright damaging. And the whole not rinsing the root system situation turned out to be quite damaging, because what the Smile Eri had in her pot was a big infestation of snails. And as I'm saying, this orchid really doesn't have too many good roots. Only a few. They look good, but they're not. Do you see how they leave behind the string? Yeah, I think this orchid will need some saving. Anyway, so the Smile Eri had a pot full of snails. And yes, I did remove the old medium, but I did not rinse the root system. I did not spray hydrogen peroxide and all of the things that I do now. So what happened was I got the orchid, removed the old medium, put it in a fresh new medium, and voila, let's wait for it to get better. And it didn't get better. And one day I discovered that all of the roots which were growing from the latest pseudobulb, one day they had really nice green tips, and the next day they just had a hole inside them. What the heck was happening? So I sadly spent quite a few months figuring out what was happening. I realized it was something munching the roots, but I could never catch it in action until through the process of elimination I figured it out. It was a bush snail. It was only coming to the surface after I watered the orchid and only in the nighttime. And it wasn't just a bush snail, it was the whole bunch of them. And it wasn't just the Smile Eri, it was a whole bunch of orchids which I did not rinse and I did not disinfect prior to putting a new medium. Because I took a close look at all of my saved orchids and all of them had hollowed new roots on the new growth. And if the new roots are all munched up on an orchid which doesn't really have too many roots, the situation is very dire because at some point the energy will run out. We need roots for orchids to get hydrated, and there were no roots to hydrate the orchids. So in the end, I actually lost a lot of orchids, including my Smile Eri, until I figured out how to control the snails, and not only the snails, their eggs as well, because yeah, sure, I put a piece of lettuce there, I caught a bunch of snails. It was not the end of the story. We had the eggs in the medium still on the roots. So the problem kept reoccurring. And because I lost my Smile Eri, I think I cried. I was so devastated because I realized those snails couldn't have come from anything else, any other place, but the old medium. And because I did not rinse the root system, at least rinse it, they were there unbothered. So I was furious with myself and with the person who said whatever they said. Now I'm not. At the time I was a little bit more angry than I am now. You know, with age you calm down, but I was always a feisty person. So what I did following this experience was spend an entire year figuring out how to get rid and control the snails. Not just with pieces of fruit or beer or those pellets that didn't even work, but actually truly get rid of them. And I ended up finding that hydrogen peroxide is the only thing that works super fast, 100%, and I only found the solution because of my anger, really. And it's weird to think about it now in retrospect that I got so angry just because I lost that orchid. I have something against propagating bad information, and it's really easy to spot bad information. Let's just think about things logically. Let's see what are the advantages and disadvantages of stuff, right? Anyway, long story short, I have never found the Smile Eri. I kept thinking about it because the event was so impactful, not because I lost an orchid, but because I listened to a trend, to what people were saying without actually thinking about it. I think I was more mad at myself for not thinking about it. But yeah, the Smile Eri was this elusive orchid that I could never ever find. And here is my orchid. This is the root system that I will keep. It's not that bad. I was expecting worse because this orchid was just not getting hydrated. So next up, hydrogen peroxide, of course. But to finish the story, I left the forum. They didn't kick me out because they didn't have enough people on the forum and one person counted. So I just gave up the forum and started my YouTube because I thought I had something to say. But the people that I stood up for on that forum, they were really appreciative. Some of them I kept in touch with for quite a long time, so it wasn't like I was the rebel of the forum. And I absolutely agree that admins and moderators, they need to maintain authority because some people can get out of hand. Of course, they can become rude, they can become entitled again. But the problem is, in my opinion, the moderation was entitled. And that was the big issue because they were picking on people which, in my opinion, didn't do anything wrong and didn't act smug or didn't poke rudeness and stuff. I know people very well, trust me, from this point of view. So I stood up for them, not for me. And that was the whole debacle. But afterwards, only good things happened. I got friends with a few people from the forum. I started my YouTube channel. I started to trust myself more than anything else. Whenever I saw something that I thought needed more research, I researched it. And I tried to limit my, let's say, repetitiveness. Yes, the article said that you shouldn't do this. I tried not to say it word by word. I tried to investigate it first and see why this is that and this is this. Anyway, in the end, the Smile Eri kind of started a lot of things in my orchid collection, and that's why I kind of wanted to tell you the story of the Smile Eri. Now I think it's time to spray hydrogen peroxide. Okay, so I will go for a transparent pot and some moss and bark in combination. Speaking about that, on that forum, I'm remembering all sorts of things. On that forum, there was a person, I'm not sure if it was a moderator or not, they were saying that only Phalaenopsis should be placed in transparent pots. Everything else, opaque pots. Why? I don't know, the universe should know. I think I actually asked her, why is that? But I never got a response. Anyway, that's wrong information as well. There's absolutely no reason why you would not put an epiphytic orchid in transparent pots. If it was terrestrial, yeah, okay, maybe. So yeah, there was a lot of that going on that forum, and the problem was nobody was really giving reasons, and that was my issue, and that was the issue of these people who I kind of related with. Okay, why do I need to do that actually? Can you link me to a website? Can you show me some proof? And there were some people who really didn't like this show me proof attitude, which I still have, and I have major issues because of it. But hey, I have trust issues. It's a world in which you kind of need proof, in my opinion. So yeah, people were like getting it personal. Why do I need to offer proof? Because that's how the world works. So I think that's what irritated the moderators, and in their defense, really, I think they met a lot of very obnoxious people in their life since they were moderators, but that doesn't mean that everybody's like that, and that doesn't mean that everybody who asks you for articles and proof wants to, I don't know, expose you or something. It's just that we do live in a world in which you don't really know who to trust, what to trust. There is so much information going on because it's easy. So I think that was the problem and the source of the misunderstanding back then. And I have to say things didn't change too much, sadly, for many people. There is something to be said about just doing things your way and just doing things alone, pretty much. Not necessarily belonging in a community, because sometimes you will not necessarily agree with that community, and this is not a community of family or friends, which even if you don't agree, it's easy for you to respect them because you know them and you love them, right? It's a community of complete strangers, and it's easy to just hate somebody because you don't agree, and that is that. And it's easy to think that everybody just wants to harm you because they ask for proof. And that's just something I'm not okay with, and I just rather be alone than deal with all of that. Really, that's why I started my YouTube channel. I just wanted to be alone. I didn't want to be part of the forum, but I wanted to share the experience in a way. So that's how the YouTube channel started. There we go. Can you believe it's all related to the Smile Eri? Well, now you know why I like her so much and why she means a lot to me. And there she is, she's all potted up. I'm using this decorative pot temporarily. It's not suited, it's too tight, but algae growth is hectic right now. It's summertime and everybody has issues with algae, so I don't want to take my chances. I'll get a proper mask as soon as I can. So fingers crossed, this one will do okay because, well, now you know why she's special to me. But furthermore, this is from a friend, so it's all the more special. I have a weird thing with friends and people in general. I'm very picky with people. One of the things that I look for the most in people is loyalty. Hence why I'm with my boyfriend for 10 years. Even though we didn't live in the same country, I can go through a lot of hardship and a lot of things just if the person is loyal. And sadly, loyalty is one of the traits which is so rare nowadays. I'm baffled. But luckily I do have people which are loyal in my life. And that pretty much concludes the story of my Smile Eri. So with that said, I think it's time to end for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know the drill. Like, dislike, subscribe to my channel for regular orchid videos, tutorials, Q&As, other fun orchid subjects and tutorials, and we'll see what other ideas I have. And if you wish to support the channel, do consider visiting the merch store. Links down below in the description. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!